Cricket presents the warm-up. Hey everybody, I'm Neil Beasley. District play is really going strong and we've already got some movers and shakers. Time to get you warmed up for this week.
Three more weeks to go until the regular season comes to an end. Let's preview some key games this week in the lineup. District 6-6A will be handing out a crown Friday night as undefeated Allen takes on 6-1 Prosper at Eagle Stadium. Both teams are undefeated in 6-6A play as they both handled their 5 district games with relative ease. Only Plano has stayed within 17 points of Allen. The Eagles are rolling. Jalen Hambrick has 10 touchdowns on the ground, but the Eagle offense goes as far as quarterback Brady Berkner takes them. Berkner has thrown for 1,350 yards and 15 touchdowns, and defense must keep their eye on him in the running game as well. The Allen defense has held opponents to 2 touchdowns or less in 5 of their 7 games. Prosper had a little bit of a scare from McKinney last week, but pulled away in the 4th. The Eagles lost in week 1, but had 5 straight blowouts before winning 29-17 a week ago. Prosper is known for their huge offensive line full of Division I bigs, and many expected them to ground and pound, but quarterback Braden Imhoff has been quite the surprise. Braden has thrown for close to 1,800 yards and 20 touchdowns on the season. This game should be the best matchup on the docket. Interesting Thursday night game between 2 undefeateds as Carrollton Creekview heads to Mesquite Memorial for a first-place tussle with West Mesquite. Heading into the season, Creekview had lost 21 straight games. Have no clue what the spring and summer workouts were in Carrollton, but whatever they were, they need to bottle it up because in 2024, the Mustangs have not lost. 8-0, but their 2 toughest challenges await them with West Mesquite and Newman Smith looming. DeAndre Richardson is the main threat at running back. He's got 664 yards and 12 touchdowns. He even helped Creekview pick up a win as a quarterback as he filled in for a victory against W.T. White. However, this one will be a tall task for Creekview as West Mesquite has been dominating their competition all season, including 3 straight shutouts going into Thursday night's tilt. Defense has led the way, but on offense, Marion Robinson has scored 11 touchdowns on the ground. West Mesquite will be a 3-score favorite, but we'll see if Creekview can ride their momentum to an upset win.
Freeflation leaves economists baffled. Getting more for less? It's true for those who switch to Cricket and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket. Inside High School Sports is brought to you by Whataburger, just like you like it. And by Parker University. Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today.
Our Inside High School insider, Matt Diggs, gives us his thoughts on some of the key matchups in Week 9 in the picks.
It's rivalry week in the great state of Texas and across the Dallas Metroplex, and we've got some big rivalries, including the Flower Mound Showdown. Flower Mound Marcus takes on Flower Mound this week. Both teams are a little bit banged up. Both teams have a lot of injuries, so they got to try to work that out. It could be who is healthy in this game. Noah Spinks and Noah Erdman, the 2-headed monster at quarterback for Flower Mound, has been great, but Colton Nussmeyer has been fantastic this year at times, and I think that Flower Mound Marcus in the Mound Showdown is going to find a way to show up and beat their rivals in a little bit of an upset pick. Another big rivalry is Allen versus Prosper. Over the last 3 years, this has turned into one of the better rivalries. They were in 5-6A and now they moved over to 6-6A. Allen, over the last 3 years, has lost to Prosper. Prosper has been the better team in this rivalry, which I think Allen has had this game circled on their calendar for a little while. Allen is healthy. Allen has everything, has a little bit more depth than Prosper. Prosper's got the great offensive line, but I think Allen with Brady Berkner is going to find a way to pull maybe a little bit of an upset over Prosper, but I like Allen to defeat Prosper in a 1-score game. Another rivalry, Justin Northwest against Byron Nelson, the Battle of Northwest ISD. It came out this week that each of the schools are going to get stadiums, so no longer having to share Northwest ISD Stadium. But Byron Nelson has been playing great football. Grant Bizjack and the Almanza brothers have really led Byron Nelson. The defense looks like it's getting a little bit better. Some young kids are starting to step up and find their role in the Byron Nelson defensive scheme. I think for the second straight week, Justin Northwest is going to find themselves on the losing end of the ledger. Lovejoy versus Walnut Grove. Lovejoy looks like they figured out their defense this past week. Walnut Grove seems to be playing these offensive shootout games, so it's going to be what has Coach Dodge dialed up for the Lovejoy defense. Can the Lovejoy defense slow down the Walnut Grove offense? We got Cam Newton over with Walnut Grove. We got Luke Watkins over at receiver. Can Lovejoy's defense slow down those players? I think they can. I think this is the last game that Lovejoy really needs to lock in their district championship. So give me Lovejoy in a mini shootout. I like a 42-28 game over Walnut Grove. After last week, Arlington Martin got upset by Haltom. Now they need everything, all hands on deck to beat South Grand Prairie. I just can't believe we live in a world where Arlington Martin is going to lose 2 straight games in district, or 3 straight because they lost to Bowie the previous week. Then losing to Haltom, I think they're going to kind of knock off that ring rust and get back into the playoff race with South Grand Prairie, because if they don't win this game, they're going to be in real big danger of not even making the playoffs. Also this week we got Plano and Plano East. How can I go picks without making that pick? It's going to be a great game. I think Plano East is going to find a way to sprinkle a little bit of Benedetto magic in a very close game. I'm the Professor, and those are my rivalry Week 9 picks.
We caught up to a big-time athlete from the gridiron in this week's Recruiting Trail.
Kobi Foreman, athlete for Berkner High School. Great coaching, a good relationship, and, and stability. I don't want to get to a program where the coaches ain't, they're 100%, and I get there and they end up leaving. It's just a whole new tradition there. So I'd rather be somewhere where it's stable and, a good fit for me. I want to feel like very great, like it's just perfect. I don't want to be where it's different. I want to be somewhere where I'm comfortable, in a position where I'm used to playing. I don't want to be somewhere I ain't recruited playing. But I am an athlete. But when you want to get to that next level, you go into that next level for what you're playing. So Kobi on the field, he's a leader. He's determined. He has hard grit. He wants to win. He don't want to lose. So when I'm on that field, I'm determined to win. I'm gonna do what's right, or I'm gonna do what I gotta do for us to win. Or even if I gotta put the team on my back, or I just, even if I gotta be to the side, I'm gonna always lead, sidelines or not. And then off the field, I'm a leader in the classroom. I'm a leader in the building, outside. If you want to be a leader, they gotta translate on and off the field. So. I'm funny, I'm chill, I could be a little rowdy, but I like to be hyped, Nothing much, nothing crazy. Things I want to accomplish, I want to start my own business. I also want to learn how to cut hair. I want to open up a barbershop and stuff like that. But also, I want to invest in other things because, football don't last forever. So I want to have things outside of football that could just keep me going as a person and do what I love. I want to leave a good legacy, I want to put a legacy where somebody wants to at least be like me or better than me, I want to have a good name for myself and for my last name. So it's just a good, great legacy, Because what I did at Berkner was kind of different. So, what I started, it kind of changed it up. So I feel like it's going great.
Cricket Wireless has an offer that's going to blow up your group chat. 4 lines for only $25 per month each with nationwide 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket. Inside High School Sports is brought to you by Golden Chick. One taste and you're golden. And by Kubota, the #1 selling compact tractor in Texas. For details, visit gokubota.com. Kubota, together we do more.
Our producer, Ward Fasold, caught up with Plano East head coach Tony Benedetto to talk about his upcoming matchup with Plano in this week's Media Day segment.
All right, Media Day, we are talking with Plano East head coach Tony Benedetto. Coach, first of all, you're not wearing the gear that you wear at Plano East basketball games, which is very upsetting to me. My eyes were ready to look at some sweet gold here. But that's for celebration time, and you guys can't really celebrate until we get into the postseason. Huge game this Friday against your rival Plano. You guys are right there It's going to be big for playoff positioning or even getting into playoffs. Talk about how you're preparing for this matchup with the Wildcats.
Yeah, this is exciting. I'm glad you were wanting to, talk about the game and send the camera to the game. This is good for Plano ISD and the fact that Plano is winning and Plano East is winning, and we're both in a great situation to kind of control our destiny to get in the playoff. There's been things written and said about the district and where it was in football, and I think this year's kind of silenced a lot of those because both of our programs are doing really well, and I'm excited about the game. Coach White at Plano has done a really good job in his second year. Those kids, his demeanor is no nonsense, tough, aggressive, and then you watch them on film, and that's the kind of team they are. So it's going to be a really good game at Clark Stadium. We really hope the city comes out and supports it, and we're excited that we got two Plano schools fighting for a playoff spot in a district with the McKinneys and Prospers, and so and Allen. So we're excited about that.
Man, you take a look at your Panthers, 6-1, and you've done it in a variety of ways. You got your big wins, and then the last couple of weeks you got the last second win against Boyd, then you had to score 15 against Rock Hill. Probably not a situation you want to get in with Plano starting off a little slower and then having to come back at the end, but knowing that you can win down the stretch has got to be a good motivating factor for your guys.
Yeah, it's certainly we don't want it to be that stressful, but that's how, the other team's trying to win too, so they're going to be tough games, and I'm really proud of our kids. When things don't go well, it hasn't snowballed out of control. We've been able to kind of stay the course and wait for something positive to happen, and you need to have players that are going to go do that. And, last 2 weeks ago versus Boyd, the offense stepped up, and then this last week versus Rock Hill, the defense stepped up. So we're looking forward to, as a staff, putting it together, both sides of the ball. We need to try to get that done because we won't be able to play that way versus Plano and come away with the win. We're going to have to play, very, very well to beat the Wildcats.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be exciting. Obviously, if you guys come out on top, you stick Plano with that fourth loss, and you're in a very good position to make it the postseason. They still have Rock Hill left, and they could stick them, and you have the tiebreaker with Rock Hill, but you don't want to put all that stuff out there for somebody else to decide. So
right.
Looking forward to seeing this one at Clark and stamping your stamp there to get back into the postseason.
Yeah, we hope so. We hope both Plano schools can get in. That'd be great for our district.
That would be. Thank you for joining me, Coach, and we'll see you Friday night.
All right, thanks, Ward.
Hey, that'll do it for today's show. Thanks for joining us, and we leave you with the Good Professor's DFW rankings. Hope you're now warmed up for some Texas high school football this weekend.